7-8 years now, Mataji. Hare Krishna. And Prabhuji and Mataji, they're both involved in many services. Prabhuji is leading the maintenance team, temple lead a lot of activities, and Prabhuji is there, Mataji is in charge garland, decorations, and many other services. Thank you, Mataji, for Prabhuji and for just being part of this congregation. And
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
thank you very much. Anyone's heart desire? Anyone's heart desire? Please, there's ISKCON Farmington's website, which has all different details. You can sponsor for various events, birthday, anniversary, graduations, any special event, and the special prayers will be offered on your name by Pujari on the altar. So once again, thank you very much. Now, next thing that I have to do is our special Sunday feast speaker today. Prabhuji is with us from quite some time now. Prabhuji is originally, he started his journey back in India from spirituality. He's Brahman initiated, he's Pujari, he's cook, he's amazing in Shastras. Prabhuji is practicing for 15 plus years, this beautiful process called Krishna consciousness. And Prabhuji is instrumental in youth preaching. Under his support and guidance and his cooperation, this amazing student trip happened a few days before to New Vrindavan. 70 plus students went there, and also there are many activities, youth programs are happening. So thank you very much, Prabhuji, for all your support. Let's welcome His Great Distinction Prabhu on Vyasasana in our traditional way by Sita and Audi chanting. Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. His Great Distinction Prabhu ki.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So I welcome all of you to today's Sunday Feast class and seeking the blessing of Chintamani, Hare Krishna Chintamani Mataji. I have no qualification at all to sit here, and I was not knowing that you will be in the assembly. So I dare to sit on Vyasasana, remembering the story of Naimisharanya when Balaramji, he showed his special mercy to one of the disciples. So I'm really seeking your blessing before starting the class. So I request some of the devotee volunteer and read the translation so that we can start with taking blessing of Nitai Patita Pavan Gaurahari, and we'll start today's discussion.
First, O my dear Lord Gauranga, please show your mercy to this lowly and destitute soul. O Lord, there is no one more fallen than myself in all the three worlds. You do not give your mercy, see how fallen I am. And why are you known as Pratitapam, merciful Savior of the fallen?
I am plunged amidst the violent, hurricane-stricken waves in the ocean of this material world, from which there is no escape. Kindly give me the gift of your divine lotus feet, which are compared to a boat in which your servant may cross over the ocean of birth and death.
Kindly give me the gift of your divine lotus feet, which are compared to a boat in which your servant may cross over the ocean of birth and death.
Artamadas of the servant, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, ceaselessly makes this prayer.
गौरंगा करुणा करो दीनहीन जाने मोसमा पतिता प्रभु नाही त्रिभुवने हरि गौरा ताकि है तो
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha, Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha, Shri Radhe. Jayo Nitai Padma Pavan Gaura Hari, Jayo Nitai Padma Pavan Gaura Hari. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada.
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So today, because entire world is still discussing about Prabhu Ram, I thought let us take this opportunity and connect the same dots where we started. At the beginning of the year, our dear Sri Gopal Prabhu spoke about Arjuna's questions and very systematic study on Gitas. I was going through that classes. And then, Tapta Jivanam. It was beautiful class also given by our Jai Sachinandan Prabhu. And last week we heard about Rama Katha, how different people did different sacrifices to bring this temple. So I am, before showing the movie, there is a disclaimer. So I am also giving disclaimer. Devotee is not in any political side. I am telling you because today you are seeing some pictures in my slides because there were sacrifices made for 495 years by the people so that this Rama Mandir came in Ayodhya. So today we are going to talk about the history of Rama Mandir little bit, not in detail, because already in a bona fide way, our various ISKCON temple, various managers, leaders, they talk about this thing. So it is not a new, but we will try to repeat the words of Prabhupada, so that we will not deviate from our goal. So the purpose of this topic that when we have envy in our heart, the Srimad Bhagavatam will go away from us. So either party, they have gone to open the mandir or not. That is not our topic of discussion. Krishna will take care of them. Rama will take care of them. Because just by discussing that, we may bring some politics in that discussion. But it is not about the politics, but we want to actually invite Ram in our heart. It is external manifestation. Ram came in Ayodhya. But Prabhupada already, spread the glories of Ram by translating Srimad Bhagavatam. And Prabhupada gave entire credit to his disciple to translate Ramayana. Shruti Dharma Prabhu, right? Shruti Dharma Prabhu translated Ramayana. And now this is available for all of us. So let us navigate in the kingdom of Ram between history and divinity. So we'll repeat this shloka. Yasyaamalam nrupa sadasu yashodhunapi gayanti yagnamrishtaye dvigvidendra mut. I'm not able to see in my laptop. I'm sorry. गायन्तघग्नमृषयो दिभेन्द्रपट्टम् नाकपालवसुपालकिरीटजुष्टा पादाम्बुजं रघुपति शरणं प्रपद्ये. So this is a shloka in 9th canto where translation is Lord Ramachandra, the spotless name and fame, which vanquish all sinful reactions, are celebrated in all directions, like the ornamental cloth of the victorious elephant that compress in all directions. And further it is said that great saintly person like Markandeya Rishi, even I'm not going to entire detail, but Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, they worship Lord by bowing down with their helmets. Let me offer my obeisances unto his lotus feet. So one more shloka will recite. Charitam Raghunathasya Shatakoti Pravistaram Ekekam Aksharam Punsam Mahapataka Nashanam. Ek Aksharam Punsam means one syllable in the name of Lord Ram. Mahapataka Nashanam. All the sinful reaction what we are going to get, he destroyed all of that just by taking the name of Ram. That's what Valmiki, he just he just uttered Maram, Maram, Ram, Ram, and he becomes such a nice. We got this Valmiki Ramayana due to his mercy. Somebody want to recite this shloka? Some or other, when we share the screen, the font becomes so reduced, I'm not able to see what is happening here. Somebody, because before going to Rama Katha, we always have to invoke the blessing of Hanuman. It is said that wherever Ram Katha happening, not today, but some other devotees are speaking, Prabhu Ramchandra present there. Devotee, person like me speaking, there is no guarantee, but if some selfless soul is speaking Rama Katha, there is a guarantee that, Hanuman present there. So this is very, this shloka is very popular. In COVID time, everybody was reciting this, beautiful shlokas. Manojavam marutulya vegam Jitendriyam buddhimatam varishtam Vasanayudhamukyam
Atmajam Vanaramukhayukyam
Ramadutam Saranam Prapadde.
Sriramadutam Sharanam Prapadde.
Qualities of Hanuman are given here. His indriyas are in controlled, Hanuman. But still, when he was a small child, he was giving hard time to many rishis. So that was his very sweet pastime. But by mercy of Jamvan invoked the leadership quality in Hanuman when he was measuring whether I can cross the Lanka or not. And that is the quality of great leaders. So Prabhupada, that is the quality of Prabhupada. Prabhupada also crossed the ocean, 7 ocean, and came to this, North America, and he traveled to Canada and so many parts. And Prabhupada also, spread the holy name of the Lord. So it is said that when our culture is greater than prosperity, when Prabhupada was coming to this world, some of his god brother, even other people asked, Prabhupada, do you know how to use fork? Because you are going to America. Prabhupada said, I have no problem. I have 10 spoons to eat prasadam. I don't have any problem. And he said, do you know how to, use tie and coat? Prabhupada said, I don't have to change anything. I am carrying the culture of India in this Western world. So when culture is there, prosperity will come. Prabhupada came with culture without, considering the prosperity. What kind of prosperity, he had only 40 rupees. He never exchanged in United States. And when Prabhupada gone back, today I was taking some data with someone. They said, entire ISKCON has worth 40 billion today. And Prabhupada only spread the culture. And he said that whatever it will come from Krishna's mercy. So last 2 days I was in Seattle, and I was very, very, fortunate to meet one very nice devotee in Seattle. So there are 3 Goshalas in Seattle now. So while going to Seattle, I was on the 12 hours I have layover in Las Vegas. Las Vegas means one have lost all his Vegas. One devotee says it is very difficult because when you sit there, so many things are happening. Gambling, you can see the graphical presentation of gambling on that airport only. Very difficult. And some or other, I got some 6 hours sleep on one desk, and I continued because flight was at 5 a.m. And I was contemplating that now I am going to Seattle, which is another gross form of this thing. Microsoft is there, the headquarter of Amazon and other things like T-Mobile, and many techies. So our ISKCON yesterday opened the new center, the new temple of Balaji. They already have such a big temple, but in downtown area, our Seattle devotees yesterday opened one Balaji temple. Wonderful Balaji temple, so that they can attract the people from downtown, because current temple is 1 hour away and it is surrounded by 80% devotees. So they have developed such a culture. 2 days I was with Amarendra Prabhu's brother, Arjun Sakha Prabhu, because we met in 2014 and become nice friends 2016, and he invited me. And I never saw single American there. All devotees with dhoti kurta, in that community. And the same community what we have here. And temple is just 1 minute walk. So it is said that, one word is used in Sanskrit called as Sabbhyata. Sabbhyata means Sanskriti. The Egyptian Sabbhyata or Sanskriti is gone within how many years, 20 years. The Persian Sabbhyata, Iran, the current Iran, Sabbhyata has gone within 30 years, whatever culture they followed in their life. And the Syria, they have just 15 years. And what is that country's name? Tunisia converted into 10 years. Because there were so many invasions, so many people come there. Even they culturally attack on their culture, they attack politically, and there was a big war. But India, after such attack of 1,313 years, today still we are opening the temple for Prabhu Ram in Ayodhya. So that is the glory of India, because our culture is the prominent. So culture is very important. The prosperity will automatically follow the culture. So I will not go in detail now. So when British ruled India, Prabhu Ramachandra is to, unite us. Now so many names are connected with Ram. Even our Muslim brother helped to, so that Ram Mandir will come. There is one Muhammad, APJ Abdul Kalam. So many people contributed, so that Ram Mandir will come. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has Vani. Prithvite Ache Nagradi Grama Sarvatra Hoivo Mora Nama Prachara. Everywhere Krishna's name will be sung. Now, how we can underestimate just by dividing, we have to unite. So this Britisher gave the theory of Aryan invasion. If you go to our BMS school in Pune, called as Bhakti Vedanta Modern School, the people or the kids in 3rd year grade also, they can defeat this theory, the Aryan invasion. So that is the education, that quality of education is given to the students, So we are not going to detail, but in one way I will tell you, this Max Muller, he want to divide the North Indian and South Indian. So in his theory, what he write, you will amaze. There are many North Indian and South Indians here. So as per the Max Muller, Rama born in North India, and when he traveled to Dandakaranya to where? Rameshwaram, in South India, the Ravana attacks his wife. So that is their materialistic estimation on this theory. They wanted to divide India, but they never and cause any harm to our culture. But only one person, not a Mughal, not these Muslim brothers, not any other people cause. Even Portuguese came, because I am from very close to Goa. Still Portuguese are there, some of the family, they are staying. So what I am saying is, they did not harm to our culture. But one-eye demon came. One-eye demon. What is that one-eye demon? Anybody? Television. And, so many things came. Ramayana was replaced by Mowgli and Spider-Man, He-Man, Batman. So many men came and people forgot who is that supreme man, actually, supreme personality of Godhead. But it is the glory of India. During COVID time also, people were watching Ramayana serial. So that is glory of India. So here in this picture is from Tehran, where Prabhupada once went to Tehran and he was talking to some new people there. And Prabhupada has such a conviction that Vani of Chaitanya will grow every town and village. So he's telling them, he's not condemning, he's not criticizing, he's not complaining. These 3 things. It is not in Dale Carnegie's books only. It is Prabhupada exactly following. So he told them that our culture, apparently same as your culture. He was giving that kind of confidence from the people of Tehran. So you can understand where is the Tehran, the capital, and he was talking to them. So he has that vision. Who are us to underestimate? So what to speak of this, that 10,000 years, everybody will chant the name of Krishna. If you see the history of 300 years, every village, the Mukhiya is our Muslim brother, and there is so much propaganda of killing the cows. So many things were happening around. The Tehsildar means who is what we call in American terms, block level, like I don't know how to translate it here. And the district magistrate also was some Muslim 300 years ago. But now entire thing become changed. Slowly things are changing, that Prabhupada Vani or Gaurang Mahaprabhu's Vani will come true one day. That every town and village, people will chant the name of Lord Hari. So the day will come. And this, I am showing the picture. We'll just chant one round of one mantra for them because they contributed a lot. One of the person here dedicatedly fight for this case for 50 years, entire life. So for all of these people, will just chant one Hare Krishna mantra, and I will not talk much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Okay, so this is in Hindi. We don't want to go. But just to summarize, there were 76 attacks before Ram Mandir came in existence. So it is not this is a divine plan of Ram. No, Ram can give some heart attack in the heart of Ravana. Why this Ramayana happened? So that today we got Ramayana to glorify. We can talk about Ramayana. And for Ram, everything is very simple. Even why this 495 years? So due to such a sacrifices, the people get purity in the heart. So that is the glory of Ramayana. Prabhu Ramachandra. So I will not go in detail that how Humayun, Babar, and all these people ruled here. And this is also in Hindi purposefully. I just copy pasted here so that original content will not destroy. So here, one of the policemen, he just ran toward the district magistrate and he told that in the night 2 a.m. I saw the star-like effulgence in the room, and room was open, the lock was broken, and one small child was crawling, and he was nothing but who? Rama Lalla. So he got first darshan, and he ran towards to tell this policeman that I saw Rama Lalla. So it is not a political war. Ram coming in Ayodhya is not a political war. It is actually Prabhu Ramchandra wanted to come in Ayodhya. And even I was hearing, when they were excavating that temple, they hire some Canadian company. And while excavating, these people use some technology without touching the part. And they found out that these pillars are actually belongs to temple. But how we can prove? Still they could not prove after that. And then they gave some permission to excavate the thing. Some bell came out, the metal bell came out, some shankha came out, so many things came out. So that was enough proof. But somehow or other, this battle went for a long time, to invite Prabhu Ramachandra externally. And this is the victory. I don't want to go in detail, but 2019, we got final judgment. 2019, again, 12 December, all petitions, were seeking review of the verdict. And 2020, we got the government officially said that now we will build Ram Mandir here. So this was about everything, what is happening in India. So whatever happened on that day is not like, some casual thing, but it is actual Diwali and everybody has to celebrate. So again, I'm telling you, we don't want to envy any political group, because Prabhupada said, if Hindu is some American has envy about, Australian, he will take birth in Australia. And we will go away from Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is for Nirmat Saranam Satam. We cannot talk about Bhagavatam. Many days will not open the pages if you are having envy in our heart for fellow devotees or for those people also. So Prabhupada again and again giving in prelude of Bhagavatam that is not our job. Even in one reporter was asking Prabhupada, what your society is doing to remove all these fake gurus from India? Prabhupada is saying that is not my job. I will give the pure Krishna consciousness, and when people understand this knowledge, they will automatically understand. So Prabhupada was very clear on his mission. So that was Srila Prabhupada. So this is Ayodhya. Very beautiful description of Ayodhya is given. Ayodhya Ramanagari, and this is a Ramanagari which is Yapuri Nirmita Swayam. Swayam is himself was created by Manu. Hindi we say that Manav Jati ka Janak, Manu. Manu has created this Nagari, and this is a Dasharath. I was talking to yesterday, 2 days back, to Amarendra Prabhu's brother. We had a long discussion on Dasharath Maharaj. So we were talking that this Dasharath, so he was at a time able to control. There are so many commentaries on Ramayana. At a time he can control the 10 rathas. So he was a Dasharath. The another meaning is that he can control his senses. The 5 Varkendriya, what is that? Working senses and 5 knowledge-giving senses, Gyanendriyas. So 10 senses he can able to, control. So his name become Dasharath. Such a powerful king, not in, if you go in Ramayana in detail, there is a full description of the Ayodhya, architectural point of view. The full description of politics in Ayodhya. How, what was the Nitimatta or the value was there in all kind of ministers in Ayodhya. So we will see few of them, not everything. It is said that Ayodhya was externally protected. It was so beautifully constructed. There were ditches around, valleys, so that nobody can attack very easily to Ayodhya. And, it was also internally protected because leader was himself free from all kind of vices. So that was, Mahajana Enagata Sapanta. The people were following such a leader. The gates of Ayodhya were so beautiful. The further description comes that the architecture was as good as this game. This is the Vedic game. I forgot the name. Anybody remember? Ashtapat or something. As we arrange all these dices on the game, the Ayodhya was arranged as per this thing, very beautifully constructed. And it is said, Durbhaga Parikham, Durmair Dura Sadam, means entirely it was Durga means Kila or mountain. It was surrounded so that nobody can easily attack the Ayodhya. And Ayodhya was honoring all kind of animals. Recently it happened in Govardhan Eco Village. Some of the people from ecological background, I don't know what kind of that branch of science, who always care for animals. So His Holiness Radhanath Swami was always insisting, Gaurang Prabhu, that we should have some donkeys in our Govardhan Eco Village. So Gaurang Prabhu amazed, donkeys? What kind of animal? Already he is very much unpopular in India, right? The people have so many names. If you want to give some bad name, they will donkey's name. But if I tell you what they call in Sanskrit to donkey, you will say it is all right. What they call to donkey, Vaishakha Nandana. It's a very beautiful name, right? So I will accept it, actually. So Vaishakha Nandana. Yeah, so that is the name. So Sanskrit is a cultural language. So that was Ayodhya, following the culture. And in Sanskrit, language has so much respect, actually. Even Prabhu Ramchandra, if you go further in Ramayana, he is calling Bharata as a Prabhu, his younger brother. There is one word, Prabhu, please take this kingdom. So Bharata said no. So we'll see that, So that was Ayodhya Nagari. So Raja Margena Mahata, Suvi Bhokta Shobita. So on the land, like on the path of Raja Marga in Ayodhya, so there was scented water every day. They were sending water like, scented water. And all these stamba, all these pillars in Ayodhya, they were made up of what? Anybody know? Sandalwood. And wherever there is a sandalwood, who is there? Virappan. For your information, Mataji, Virappan is one of the big criminal in India who always, I think this is going, who always want to steal sandalwood, and he was, caught by, Indian government. So this was that in Ayodhya. And there is no case recorded in the history of Ayodhya that somebody stole all these things. And, you can understand that na alpa sanchiniya means there is no scarcity of the grains in Ayodhya. Such a beautiful Ayodhya was. And also further said, Chitramashta Padakaram Varanarinam Yutam Sarvaratna Samikiranam. That means Vimana Gruha Shobhitam. Vimana is also word we use for the temple in Sanskrit, and Vimana is also word used for Mahala. Last time when I was giving Sunday Peace class, I was telling that Vimana means the Viman means is about to take off. Whatever temple Prabhupada built in this material world, they're about to take off to Vaikuntha. About to take off. Only time is separating. Prabhupada's famous sentence. Only time is separating. So, all this kind of irrigation or water system in Ayodhya, if you drink that water, Gauranga Mahaprabhu was telling in one of the class, this water was as good as the juice of sugar cane. Can you imagine? If you are going and just drinking the water of sugar cane and free. Prabhupada is writing somewhere that in the future, people will sell the water. I was in Spirit Airline and I asked what is the cost of the bottle. They said $4.95, something like that. Everything. When they carry that card, they said, it is for purchase, it is for purchase. And nobody should misunderstand, because if somebody has already in Delta flight, he should not misunderstand that we are giving this free. So, yeah. So, I was with Rupavilas Maharaj yesterday. So, he was telling that 10 years they are serving the food truck, 10 years in Seattle. And of course, it is free. So Radhesham Prabhu and they had nice discussion. So he was telling every time I was using, Prabhupada told us to freely distribute everything. Freely, give freely, and don't ask anything. Just give freely to them. And of course, he was telling while giving book so that people may value, that's what we take some donation. Otherwise, people will take it very lightly. One of my professor, he got severe heart attack and he was becoming a devotee. So he called me and told, tell all the boys in today's program that I will give this Bhagavad Gita with 50% discount. I can give freely also, Professor Mehta, he said. I can give free, but people will not understand the value. So sometimes we take donation. And this is my personal, anyway, Bhagavad Gita, as it is, if you keep as it is also, the vibration will purify. But it is not recommended to keep as it is. We have to read it. But, it is my personal observation also. If you give free, the people may not value it. So sometimes we take small donation from people. So nobody can take granted. Whatever is free, sometimes people take granted, right? Sometimes. Many times, not sometimes. So this is the irrigation system in Ayodhya. 11 years, there is no problem of rain. We'll discuss what happened after that. And such a nice, the water was, there was what we call, when water stagnated, what we call? Reservoir of water. So there were two systems here. And one day, the Ayodhya Vasis were unaware because such a nice system was there in Ayodhya. 11 years they could not recognize that last 11 years there is a Dushkala, drought in Ayodhya. And 12th year, the Dasharatha Maharaj recognized something is wrong going on. And he was very much, alert. And he thought we offended some of the demigod. So when they come to know, so before that we will see this thing. What is this? In Ayodhya, the people were not locking their shops. One day in Boston, I took my first bike and somebody told, "Idhar zyada chori nahi hota. There is not many thieves here." And in Boston, I locked it at railway station because company was very near and only tires were there. Next day, the brand new bike. So we should not blindly follow, thinking that everywhere is Ayodhya. So, so doors were open all the time open. And Maharaj Dasharat was, such a donor for all the people. There is no poverty in Ayodhya. He was a donor like that, monsoon cloud. Without seeing the qualification, he is giving the rain. So Maharaj Dasharatha was that kind of king in Ayodhya. So why we describe Ayodhya in such a detail? Because Ramayana is full of sacrifice. Such a Ayodhya, one day in our meeting, our counselor asked us 10 years back, do you know who has done the greatest sacrifice in Ramayana? Anyone? And I will not tell the answer. You can take this to home and yes. Okay. Anyone? Chaturugna. Anyone? Lakshman. Anyone? Anyone? Urmila? Huh? Hanuman. Okay. Last time I was asking students, somebody said Arjuna. And it is not what happened, day before yesterday, I was in my company, state of Michigan, and everybody says, in this weekend, I am going here and there. I said, this weekend, I am going to New Vrindavan. So first of all, I asked that person, do you know Vrindavan? And he is also from South India. He said, I never heard Vrindavan. I said, did you do your education here? He said, no. I was all the time in India. I did, and only for job I came here. So I was surprised. So first time when Yugal Kishore Prabhu told us that somebody was saying, Sita might be sister of Ram. So it is not astonishing at all actually. So I was thinking it is too much, but now I understood. Some people doesn't know this thing. So that's what Prabhupada said. We have to spread. Sa Guru hai. Those who knows the tattva of Krishna, Sa Guru hai. We have to take that position of humble servant of the servant and preach the glory of Krishna. Otherwise, we may think there is the greatest illusion. I was telling last time also, we think that many preachers are there in ISKCON. But I am telling you, we need more preachers. We have to preach ourselves first and then kara para uppkar. So that is very much important. So in Ayodhya, there were people having great in archery. There were people that great in fighting on their horses. What we call to this bhala in English? There is no equivalent. Huh? Spear. Okay. And the people were very much powerful, using their swords. So that was Ayodhya. It was so much protected, and all kind of these weapons they had. And this was the drought for 1100 years. And Shani, he was unhappy some or other. I don't know the reason exactly. I did not go out to see what was the reason. And he was unhappy. So Maharaj Dasharatha took his horses and started chasing that Shani. And he wanted to know that why he was unhappy with my Nagari. After having all these virtuous things in my Nagari, it is protected by Dharma. Then what is the problem? And then there was a small fighting between Shani. Because Shani was so strong, he was a demigod. So Dasharatha fell down. And then immediately this Jatayu, this bird came, and only with this one wing, he hold Dasharatha Maharaj. Dasharatha Maharaj himself was strong, but Jatayu hold him in his wing, So that was the story. And Bharat Maharaj was always indebted to Jatayu. And Jatayu was so fortunate that Prabhu Ramachandra, he gave his life on the lap of Prabhu Ramachandra. Who will give the life on the lap of Prabhu Ramachandra? And Prabhu Ramachandra treated him as good as his own father. So that was Prabhu Ramachandra, he, like Lord Chaitanya, he was in Jharikanda forest without any discrimination. All the animals were dancing together. One day my Shiksha Guru, His Grace Radhesham Prabhu, went to one South Indian temple and he saw one picture, and in that picture, Krishna was playing the flute, and it was picture for thousands of years. Krishna was playing the flute, and a cow's bachada, what we call calf, it was so absorbed that was taking milk from the tigress. And tiger ka bacha, what we call lamb, cub. So cub was taking milk from the cow. They were so much absorbed. So Prabhuji was, in the college time, he went and asked the pujari, is there any mistake in this picture? So he said, there is no mistake. This is the power of devotion. When Krishna played the flute, entire world become intoxicated. So that was the glory. So now, and even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was spreading the mission, or he was chanting the holy name. All the tiger, the deer, and they were embracing each other and chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I may share some video on our group where Seattle devotees, there is one architecture in Seattle temple. He used his skill for the devotional service. 5 days work, day and night. He created such a nice, small statues of all Ayodhya Nagari. I went to that temple at 10 a.m. Nobody was there in the temple. And I thought, let us take role of the very new devotee and see what is this temple. See the ambience of temple. Nobody was there. And it is written, you can start your journey from here. So I was slowly going on each and every picture. Such a nice thing, you know. I was contemplating in Las Vegas. At least I am going to Seattle. Seattle means Siaka Stal. Sia means Sita. You know, like that. And it come true actually because they have deity of Jagannath Baldev Subhadra, which Prabhupada worship himself. And they have deity of Prabhu Ram, Lakshmana and Hanuman. Wonderful deity, you know. And this devotee has nicely given that. So let us discuss because we have few minutes. So after discussing about the Ayodhya, which is not conquered by any enemy, Ayodhya. And it is also mean the Ayodhya can be conquered if you banish the Ram from your heart to the forest. When Ram will go from your heart to the forest, then Ayodhya can be easily conquered. Because Prabhupada or other acharyas, they give a metaphor or they say that Ayodhya is as good as our heart when it is clean and longing for Prabhu Ram or Krishna. One devotee was telling the significance of following the Vedic culture. There are 50,000 villages in India. They are named after Prabhu Ram. More than 50,000. That survey was conducted recently. And there are more than 30,000 villages named after Krishna. So can anybody name some of the names of name after Ram in India? Yeah. I asked some student. They said Ramgarh. I said, where was it? He said, in Sholay movie. Anyone? Rameshwaram. So many names, Ramtek. And any name after Krishna? Krishna Nagar, Gopalpur. Yeah. So this is the glory of India. So people were, easily can remember Krishna or Ram. So this Manthara, only by her one sentence, acted as an arrow in the heart of Mother Kaikeyi. And of course, it is the influence of all the demigod. Even Ram told Kaikeyi, nothing to worry. It was my pre-arrangement for you so that I can kill all these demons. I can kill this Ravana. But if you only take this portion, you will lose the rasa in the Ramayana. Ramayana is only slowly going, So we should understand that this Kaikeyi, this was that word, she said that Yada hi Rama Prithvi Mavapsate, when he become king of Prithvi, the Ram, Dhruvam Pranashta Bharato Bhavishyati. There is a problem in the Bhavishya of Bharata. There is not good fortune for Bharata. Ato hi sanchitaya rajatmaje parasya chaivasya vivasa karanam. And before that, whatever conversation between Kaikeyi and Manthara, so whatever Manthara was telling against the Ram, and she was backing up, that was Mother Kaikeyi. It is said that, Ram was very favorite to Kaikeyi than Bharat. How he could change? It was very difficult, but just by this bad association, we are also good coming to Sunday Peace class. One bad association, Arey bhakti to, karna hai abhi nahi. They are very young. Why to do bhakti in this age? Many students come to program, Yukal Kishore Prabhu's program. Sometimes new students were coming. So we were asking why it is happening. So one boy told that somebody told me. So bhakti is the thing we can do when we become old. So we ask, what is the old age? So the definition is given. The people think that when all my desire will fulfill, that time I will do the bhakti. The Shankaracharya is giving very nice shloka. He said, Galitam Angam, when my all bodily limbs Galitam, weak. Palitam Mundam, when all my hairs will fall. And he say, Dashana Natam Tundam, then all my teeth, the 32 tooth become 0. So that is the proper age to follow the bhakti. And further he said, Vruddha Yatvo Grihitva Dandam. Nowadays I am using only 2 sticks. All respect to all elderly person here. I am just repeating the translation. Even I am going to old. This is for myself. So this is the 3rd danda we'll get, while walking. And the 4th one is that Tadhapi Napi Asha Pindam. After hairs are gone, the teeth are gone, there are wrinkles on the face. After having this thing also, Asha Pindam. Asha jo hai man mein wo jati nahi. There is no equivalent word in English. That's what I said in Hindi. So that means whatever desires in the heart will not easily go. When I become old and I will do bhakti automatically. The first thing happen when we start practicing Hare Krishna, your near and dear one start preaching you in the form of mantra. Don't go to Hare Krishna. This is the thing we can go in old age. Till today, my relatives are telling me, Are America mein hai, you are from Goa, I am from Goa. So they were expecting me kind of penny or beer bottle, all the time when I was coming to Pune. So they were thinking that it is a tax-free. Can you bring something for us? So I said, some or other, I become Hare Krishna devotee, and my father and mother were such a great parents. So we had never such a thing in home. So, and by the way, today's birthday of my mother also. And how it is glorious because I never glorified my mother. Last 10 years, he's going door to door for book distribution. There are 253 villages in Sindhudurga district where I stay, and along with her group, because she was a teacher and she convinced other teacher, and she's very popular. All the shopkeeper, whenever she's passing, they're asking, "Is there Janmashtami coming? We want to give some donation." So she is the highest donor collector in that donation collector in that area. All this group went door to door, and last 10 years, their program is in November and December. When she came here, she was not talking because she can't communicate in English, though she is a teacher. Like those things happen. But I really grateful to her today, and I request you to chant only one Hare Krishna for her. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So this is the definition of old age, when such a mantra-like person come in our life. When ISKCON started first Prerana program in Bombay, one of my relative from MBBS, he was invited. He was doing his MBBS, means medical science, in one of the topmost hospital in India. So every day he was going to program every month. And that day what happened, the same time there was a Dandiya program. Dandiya program came. So his roommate told him, why you are going to ISKCON? And that program was only for unmarried boys. So he said, no women are coming there. What is the enjoyment there? So that kind of conviction, sometime mantra will go in our heart and convince us. So he convinced him. He said, no, no, no. There is a nice prasad, nice khichdi. Everything is nice. That's what I'm going. But that day he got convinced. That was unfortunate day in his life. And he diverted towards Dandiya. 4 hours he was dancing. My mother and somebody was telling that maybe he consumed a lot of Radha Govinda Bhagwan ki jai, Nitai Patita Pavan Gauri ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So somebody was telling he consumed a lot of Coca-Cola. And within 4 hours, his pacemaker was damaged. He was carried into his own hospital, where, college, and he was declared dead. One and one son of their parent. And we were waiting, it was very, very painful to wait, for dead body. He was we were waiting for him actually. So that was the condition. One small, somebody diverted him, he was regularly coming. And there was one boy, he was sitting in the lap of grandmother, and somehow or other accidentally he took one weight, pressure cooker's weight, shitty bolte hain wo jisko, and he swallowed it, and it was completely, his throat was choked up. Within 2 hours he declared dead. 4 years old. Now tell me, if the definition of old age, when all hairs are gone, all teeth are gone, wrinkle on the face. So what is the definition of these boys, who was 22-year-old boy, that young boy, and a 4-year-old boy who lost his life, So this is what happened. So we have to give nice Krishna conscious sanskara to our mind. And with that foundation, reading Prabhupada book systematically, we should read Prabhupada book in such a manner that when we read the Prabhupada book, if you are learning pastimes of Dhritarashtra living for the forest, so immediately we have to, find some equivalence of the pastime. like Dhritarashtra was convinced by Vidura, and Dhritarashtra was also convinced by Akrura. Then why, when Vidura convinced him, Dhritarashtra changed? So if you do such kind of study in Shastras, it will be in your heart. And with that foundation, we can grow. Even Ajamila wanted to utter some mantra when he saw that one Shudra and Shudrani embracing each other. But Ajamila failed. And Ajamila was not animal. He was a devotee, it is said. And the same thing happened with Gajendra. So Gajendra, his body, his leg was in the jaw of crocodile. Why? So why Gajendra could not, why Gajendra could utter the mantra Prag Janma Anusikshitam? He understand that last life I learned some prayers about the Lord. Prag Janma Anusikshitam. And with that prayers, he offered it to Lord, and Lord saved Gajendra. So we can understand that association in his past janma. So I will not go in detail, but I will show you 3 small video, and there were so many lessons, but we cannot go because we have very less time. So I will show you 3 videos, how to do sanskara, one can change, how association matter. This drop of water in hot pan vaporize. The same drop of water in the freeze become a ice. The same drop of water on some conch shell, it become pearl. Same drop of water, different association and different things happen. So we'll see one dog here. You already most of you have seen. So this is a mathematician dog. See what happened. Do you have some mic so that I don't know how to amplify the sound? Yeah, I will see. So see what his dog is doing. No sound, right? No. Because that sound go in TV, I know. But anyway, I will describe and I will send this video to you. This dog, what he's doing, if you say 1, he will bark 1 time. If you say 10, he'll bark 10 times. And this is not level 2 mathematics also. Khan Academy mathematics. What he does, if you tell him 1 plus 1, he will bark 2 times. If you tell him 7 minus 4, he will bark 3 times. So that is the dog. Maybe he was mathematician in his previous life. Actually, can you go in, some of you can go in YouTube, we can show highest to the people. Because this is wonderful baby. This is the sanskara of mathematics, what happened. And this is one new channel. I don't know. I will stop share and see. Okay. If sound comes at that.
1 plus 1. Now, quickly. 5 minus 3. 6 minus 3. 5 minus 4. Okay. 5 minus 1. No, 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1. 5 minus 4. 7 minus 3. 10 minus 3. Now 9 minus 9 minus 4.
So this is one of the dog. And this is one of the deer. Last year, what happened, when our mother Satyavati from Pune, she was also participated in such a yatras where people go to Pandharpur. For Varkari, people go to Pandharpur from Maharashtra and Karnataka also, and some part of Hyderabad also. So one deer came there and started dancing in ecstasy, that deer. And news channel has respected that deer, entire the deer's journey. So this is in Marathi. That is my mother tongue. I don't want you to listen that Marathi, but at least.
हरिनामाच्या गजरामध्ये
दबक्या पावलाच्या या हरणीने सध्या सोशल मीडिया जाम केलं. जिथे बघावं तिथे तिचीच चर्चा.
So but here comes dancing. It's practically Lord
आता
Kirtan.
काही दिवसांपासून सोशल मीडियावरती एका हरणाचा व्हिडिओ व्हायरल होतो आहे आणि तो व्हिडिओ
And now this is Hare Krishna baby. You know, all of you, what is the age of this baby? Anybody know? Really? I was been told 8 months or 6 months or something. But in that age, nobody speak first of all. But anyway, we will release this baby.
Namamishwaram Satchidananda. पता?
This was trial ball.
Namamishwaram Satchidananda. Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Braj. Manam Yashoda Bhiyolukha Labda. Vamanam Paramrishta Matyanta Todya. Gopya Rudantamo Hurnetra Yugmam. Prajantam Karambhoji Yugmena Shatanka Nitram Muhushwas Kampatri Rekhanka Kantam Stitagrav Damodaram Bhakti Padham Iti Drakswa Leelabhir Ananda Kunde Swaghosham Nimajyanta Makhya Payantam Tadiyeshit Agneshu Bhakta.
So see, so these are the sanskaras, how they work. So people are after prosperity, but Prabhupada knows that culture will bring the change in this world. That was Srila Prabhupada. I'm not able to see my slides now. I have to see like this. So is that I have to stop sharing or not? I have to stop sharing. I mean, I'm not able to see my slides. Okay, but they're moving, right? Yeah. Okay. We'll take a few lessons here. Okay. So Ram was not attachment to any post. There was an American person, he wrote one big book. He's saying leading without the position. But actual, this theory or this concept come from Ramayana. Rama was about to become, it as good as becoming a president of entire world, not only American president or so. He was not attached to post. When he was being told that you are becoming a president or you are becoming a king, he was ready to receive that instruction. And when mother Kaikai told him that you have to go to the forest because Dashara, can all of you go on mute, please? The people are. So that was Ramchandra, very nice. I will not go in Sanskrit shlokas where he was telling. The last shloka see, Naheto dharmacharanam kinchidasti mahattaram yatha pitari shushrusha tasyava vachana kriya. He said, because Dasharath Maharaj was following the dharma, I have to follow him, and following him is my greatest dharma. So that's what happened. When parents follow this greatest dharma, the children will be bold to follow this thing. I was telling someone, sometimes we don't come to Mangalarati because it is cold and all. But in the home also, it takes 17 minutes. If together, if you chant Mangalarati, Narsni Arti, Tulsi Arti, then, Venum Punanta Maravinda Dalaya Taksha and Prabhupada Vandana. Don't miss it. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, whatever happened in life, 7:45 or 8, he will take his kartal and start Vande Guru Shri Charanar Vinda or Prabhupada, this thing, Guru Vandana prayers. So that is the conviction he has. So we have to follow our acharyas, So if you do this Mangalarti, because this is a process given by Prabhupada, and if you don't follow the process, how we can expect the progress in our own Krishna consciousness? Mangalarti is not optional. If you are not able to come, of course, we have to come here at least once in a week. Radhesham Prabhu was telling that Grahastha has to make the weekdays his own home as a temple and weekend temple as his home. So that much we have to be seen in the temple on weekends, you know. Of course, I am not following, so I am not having adhikara to talk about that. So he's saying that this is my greatest dharma. And when Sita, you know, she was lived in such a lavish palace, her sacrifice was also great. Your all answers are correct, but one Prabhuji told Rama's sacrifice was greatest. You know, Rama's sacrifice. So how it is, we will see in next session sometime. So Prahlad Maharaj also, whatever material encumbrance come, whatever problem comes, he did not consider those things because he was going to achieve the lotus feet of Lord. So Sita Maya always thought, she said that this is very important shloka. In the first shloka, she is saying that due to the wind, there will be too much dust around, and I will take that dust as a, you know, the sandalwood pulp on my body. So that is Mother Sita. And second thing, she is telling that in jungle, I know that I will not get to eat Rajabhoga. I will only get Patram, Phalam, Mulam, you know, some roots and all. But I will take those as a nectar. It is given that Amruto Rasopamam. I will take it as a nectar. So that was Mother Sita. And in the last thing she is telling, whenever there is a fight between husband and wife, it is a common notion that my papa ke ghar mein jaungi, something like that, right? I will go to my parents' home. So she already convinced Ram, I will not complain anytime in this jungle. I will never tell you that I will go to that my dad or my mom. Never I will tell you. He said that whatever, you know, Phalashami, whatever phala, pula I will get, I will take it. So that was Mother Sita. And I will cover only 2 points and finish today's talk. So the citizen of Ayodhya everybody wanted to go with Ram. And Ram took everyone to Saket at the end of this Leela, at his eternal Dham. So because that is sacrifice for this Ayodhya. Because they wanted Ram, they went to the forest and leaving all the comforts of Ayodhya, what we have seen, you know, Ayodhya's comfort. So Aram or Ram, we have to decide what we want in our life. Aram means what? You know, don't read Prabhupada's books for many days. You know, don't come for Mangalarti, don't take Krishna Prasad, and so many things actually. That is Aram. You know, many people in this world, they want Ramarajya, but they don't want Ram. Right? They want kingdom of Rama. Now Shivaji, you know, our country, there is one Shivaji king. Everybody said, Shivaji should take birth, but not in my home, in neighbor's home. You know, so that is the notion. So this is a comfort. And the last thing is, okay. I'm not able to see the PPTs, but anyway, just some technologies, you know. Prabhupada writes, I mean, one devotee writes, there was such a nice technology was with Sihika. Sihika was capturing, you know, Sihika or which demon, which is capturing shadow of Hanuman, Simmika. She was capturing shadow. Can you imagine? You are walking and somebody capturing your shadow and you are stunned. You are not able to move. So that kind of technology was with demon. You know, and demons were expert in technology. Technology was, I am sorry to say, I am also one kind of so-called technologist in company. But, you know, too much technology means it was, what is that? Ownership of the demon that time. And now we are proud of our technology. So I'm sorry to say that, but Ramayana says this. So when Rama leaves Ayodhya, when everybody was sleeping, you know, that night Rama just went away. So this is what happened when we are very slack in our devotional service. It is called as a lag, L-A-G, the lust, anger, and greed. These are 3 places of, you know, hell. It is said that. So when we are become having sense of proprietorship, you know, or ownership, then this anger come. We want to control someone by becoming angry. The greed come when we are, you know, having the mentality of proprietorship. Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam, and also this lust come. So one who conquer these three things, it is said that he has conquered, his heart, like, Hanuman's prayer we saw, and he can rightly invite Ram in his heart, like Hanuman show his heart, Mother Sita and Ram. So that was Hanuman. So we will not go in all the detail. This is the last thing, I promise you. The second last thing, sorry. So this was who? Shuparnaka, disguising herself as Miss Dandakaranya. This Shuparnaka. She was so beautiful that, I don't know in this picture, but it was said in the Ramayana, she was so beautiful that Ram and, Lakshman, they were just joking. Lakshman said, you can go with him, he's more beautiful. And Rama was telling, no, you can have Lakshmana as your husband. And they joked for some time, and Lakshmana cut her nose. He's an Adi Guru. So if we disguise ourselves, we should be very natural in Krishna consciousness. We disguise ourselves that what we not and trying to show up, then Adi Guru, Lakshmana, they know, the pure devotee knows our heart, and, cutting off, they will not cut our nose, but they will chastise us actually. And that chastisement we have to take as the instruction. Then we'll grow in our spiritual life. So that was the one thing. And one last thing, it happens with Hanuman also. Sorry. There is one thing happened with Hanuman. Okay. Hanuman, when first time met Ram, because when he was a small monkey, that time only it came in Ayodhya. Ram was attracted by Hanuman, and they had very nice milan that time. But still when he met to Ram, he disguised himself as a Brahmana. What price he has to pay? Ram did not spoke with Hanuman for 4 months. Ram also did not like that my own pure devotee are doing this thing. So that is the, it is not like that. Sometimes we see that, sometimes our management are very close to temple president and all, but sometimes the chastisement will come. So, for one kind of chastisement is not speaking, neglecting. Those devotees who are serving their Guru Maharaj and all, they will get some kind of chastisement. And that is a bhakti also. That chastisement doesn't mean that somebody is neglecting you. So sometimes it may happen. I got such kind of chastisement once for 6 months for some of my Shiksha Guru. So I have gone through, my God. It is very painful, So, but we have to take it as our purification. And we should not take as a childish thing, And it is a growth. It is for our own growth. So this was Hanuman. So we started with how Ram Mandir came in Ayodhya. 495 years of sacrifice. Many people died. I did not cover that part where so many attacks and all, and so many people help us. So it is not a battle between religion. Once again, Hare Krishna devotee, if they take it as a battle between religion, then we'll carrying that anartha of envy in our heart, and Srimad Bhagavatam will go away from us. And we saw how the beautiful Ayodhya only can be conquered if you invite Ram in our heart. And if you banish the Ram, then Ayodhya, there will be drought in Ayodhya. And we saw how this mantra, the bad association, and mathematician dog, that small child, and that deer, the deer, how dancing in the kirtan. And we saw how Hanuman disguised himself. Prabhu Ramachandra did not like it, and how Shuparnaka, chastised by the Guru Lakshmana, because Guru never like actually, Guru never likes such a thing, because he want to offer us as a fresh flower to Radharani, and Radharani will offer to Radha Gopijana Vallabha. So that was Guru's role. So in Hanuman story, or Lakshman's and Shuparnaka stories, we saw that. So thank you very much for your patience hearing. To all of your enthusiasm, I could talk something today. And we pray that Nandaniketan was supposed to give class today, but his health was not good. So we pray that his health will be good, and next time we can hear from him. So thank you very much. Prabhu Ramachandra ki, Sita Lakshmana Hanuman ki, Ayodhya Dham ki, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
Prabhu ji ki.